How Long Gone, the rare Saturday late afternoon recording time. Chris Black, I'm coming to you from the Nobu Hotel in fabulous Las Vegas.
Cannot believe you're still in Las Vegas.
I've only been here for 2 days.
It feels so much longer to me, your friend who's not there at all.
It feels longer to me too because I have to force myself to get like sunlight, you know what I mean? To leave a property while the sun is still out. Sometimes yesterday Alix and I were walking back from the spa and we just walked outside to stand there for a few minutes just to make sure we caught a vibe.
Well, I mean, to get your circadian flowing. I mean, Margot and Bean, they do that sometimes. Just go out there and just get five. Let me grab 5 of sun.
Just give me 5. Could you just give me 5?
So you walk to the spa at which hotel? In the same?
Yeah, it's at all the. They have this crazy new spa and gym at Caesars, which is in the Nobu is like a tower inside of Caesars, which I learned when I got here.
Nobu is a tower inside of Caesars. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good
it sounds
sentence.
really good out of context.
No.
Where are you?
I'm in Laguna Beach at a unnamed hotel. Like when a hotel is like here, we're in Brentwood, Laguna Beach, Carmel. You're like, okay, like just location kink alone. You've got my interest. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. How's is the weather? Is it cooperating,
bro? I went to the beach today.
Let's go. Wow. Okay. Well, see, that's how. This is what I'm saying. This is what Thanksgiving should be.
I was letting the fucking shore break splash my ankles, dog. I was exploring. I was exploring the tide pools of Crystal Cove, bro.
Hey, dog.
Yeah, I was like, we went hiking this morning, and I told Carolyn like, "Yo, this is like low key like hang gliding weather," and she's like, "Who the fuck do you think you are?" You know goddamn well you're. Imagine me in a squirrel suit.
I think
to my death.
Where was I? Somebody was talking about how they went hang gliding with their dad all the time, and he would never let them do it with them. It was like a podcast, like a guy, like somebody's deadbeat, like alcoholic dad was super into hang gliding, and he would go all the time and take the son and tell him he was going to let him do it, but never did. Like after years and years of hang gliding.
So like mental abuse. Like come with me, but then at the very last minute he's like, psych bitch.
I think it's more gaslighting, but when it's coming from your father, it feels a little crazy.
And we need a new word for it if you're being gaslit by your dad, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. We can ruminate.
We're not going to come up with that word right now.
We can't come up with it on the spot.
Yeah, when I was cruising down PCH this afternoon, we went hiking, got lunch, blah blah blah. And I look in the rear view and I see a couple bikers, like 70s style, bikers, like OC chopper bros.
Yeah.
And then I almost as if I willed it with my telepathic mind, Matty Matheson appears.
Bro, no way.
Riding on some fucking
I was literally going to joke.
Chopped low boy.
I was literally going to joke, was it Matty and some of his OC homies? Was it the Ruka squad or what?
It was the first time in my life, I'm not trying to make a joke, that I've seen a biker gang like that where it had one black guy in it.
How many people were in the gang total?
I would say, let's call it 6, 7.
Don't do that. Did you wave at?
No, I swear to God, I did not try to do a 6, 7. No, God.
Did you wave at Matt? You wouldn't want to.
Did I chuck the deuce down low? No, I did not. It was.
I wouldn't. Yeah, you don't want to like scare someone either. Those motorcycles.
I was too busy, but like. The guy that was in the chopper group, it's normally Orange County dudes covered in tattoos, Woody Woodpecker, STP logo, Ruka Bros, all that shit, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, et cetera, et cetera. But the one African-American friend in the group, he had Lenny Kravitz dreads and was like, kind of had like a little bit of a rockin' bod. And I was like,
very cool.
Is Matty cruising down PCH in a like a ratty 70s chopper with one Lenny Kravitz? Who's to say?
That's really cool.
With no camera crew. I almost crashed the fucking Cayenne trying to get a clip for my reels.
Trying to do both at once? Bro, you can't drive and reel at the same damn time.
No.
I know you know
traffic gets fucking hectic down here, dude.
Dude, you're turning into, this is like when I go back to the South and I see someone and I'm like, if I would have made a few different decisions in my life, this would be me. That I feel like that's what you're having. You're having that moment in Laguna.
Carolyn and I are having that moment, I would say, every 15 seconds for the last 24 hours. Like we went
because every couple there is an Asian woman and a white guy, or for another reason.
That represents a large chunk of what I'm talking about, but not all of it. I would say it's like we're a couple of mixed race of origins of some sort, which is very popular in Orange County, not just, but more so we are walking around and they're walking around, but they have 4 kids and a cart and a bucket and a stroller and this and that and helmets and Stanleys and all that shit. And Carolyn and I are just walking, just
walking,
carrying nothing but our smiles. You know what I mean?
That's how it is in Vegas too. People pull up, they got the fucking people crisscrossing a hotel with one of those 4-wheel carts that people use for groceries or the beach,
filled with their fucking supplies.
I just don't know. The whole point of going on holiday of any kind is to not need supplies. You know what I mean? Like the whole point is that the supplies are there, and yes, they're going to cost more than you'd like them to, but they bring them to your door, and you don't have to think about it, and it's a couple days of your life. You know, it's like
I take a break from that,
but I do need to
take a break from supplies.
I do need to tell you something that kind of shocked me. As you know, I'm not a gambler, and I stay away from the tables at all costs. But after Thanksgiving dinner, Shiv was like, "Oh yeah, roulette. There's no skill involved in that. You just pick some stuff and pray." I was like, okay, that's good to know. I've never
pick and pray.
I've never looked into this at all. And Alix was like, yeah, I want to try it. I was like, all right, great. I give her 100. Bitch turns it into 600. One roll, one spin.
Do you know what she put it on?
My birthday, exactly, times 35 or whatever. I don't remember what the rule. But so then we walked away, and I felt it felt powerful to be able to stop doing something that seemed so easy because deep down it's not easy.
So you held. Yeah. You didn't fold.
Exactly. Yeah, we literally went directly to the fucking, what do they call it where you get the money? The cage.
Went to the cage.
Went over to the cage, handed them.
Let me grab a handy pit boss and head over to the cage.
Yeah. And I got.
Mr. Black, why don't we go into a room more comfortable for you?
It wasn't that much, unfortunately.
A little glass of bubbles for the lady, right?
Unfortunately, but it was I did see. I guess it gave me a slight tease of, I'm like, oh, I see why people like this so goddamn much.
Wow. I mean, that reminded me of the restraint, because while I'm down here in Orange County, it's reminding me of when I lived down here in Orange County. And I was like, some of my friends smoked Oxycontin and had to crash their car and go to rehab. And some of my friends smoked Oxycontin once and said,
yeah.
I'll go back to Coors Lights.
Yeah, that's real talk.
And some people, they turn 100 into 600 and go, dope. I can buy half of a row shoe. Let's do it.
I can get one. I can get a left.
I'll hit the K. Awesome. I can get left.
This is
Put
awesome.
left on layaway with my little 6-piece.
But I don't know how to. I feel like the money should be spent frivolously, but I don't know exactly what it's like when you got your rebate check from having a Prius. Like you gotta blow that money. It's dirty money. No diddy.
Okay, this is a fun. What an activity. What an exercise for a lazy Sunday podcast. I'm thinking, okay, your girl is on a power trip right now because she cashed in. She's feeling larger than life. #LTL. Drop that 600 at the AR-15 in the desert shooting range.
Jason, it's funny you say that because I have tried to go to the AR-15 shooting range multiple times. But even before we left, I was talking about how it would be so sick to go to the
You couldn't get in?
Shooting range.
You need the priority pass?
No. I've got the priority pass.
You had the wrong Amex?
I don't know if they let illegals shoot. I don't know if they let. I mean,
do you mean because Alix is Canadian?
Yeah, dead ass. I really mean that.
Wow, they're gonna ice her ass out. That's a bad joke.
You might have to have a U.S. ID. I could be wrong. I haven't been to a shooting range.
Okay,
in quite a long
much
time.
like your homie and the hang gliding, tell Alix we're gonna go shoot guns. Shorty got to wait in the. Oh, look, it's Homeland Security, but what do you want me to do? Anyway, so my best angles from the left, and you're gonna want to zoom in all the way and make sure you get at me.
I don't think
with the rocket launcher.
I don't think that. I think it's gonna just be carbone, and hopefully it doesn't cost the entire 600, because that's as soon as I finish this podcast, that's where we're going. So,
but you already so fun. Okay, you already hit the spa, because that seems like you could get like some type of dumb get the CBD hot stone treatment.
I got they
these
love
stones are made out of CBD. That's awesome.
They love adding CBD. I actually got a massage today, and the woman and I are making small talk. And I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm from
the woman being your masseuse.
Yeah, the masseuse. Okay. Yeah, we're talking on the
not your concierge. Go ahead.
On the way from the the locker room to the table, we're having a talk. Mm-hmm. She's like, oh, I've lived here for 15 or 16 years, but I'm actually from Georgia. And I was like, the state of? She said, yes. And I
No,
said,
she said
oh.
country.
And I said, oh, me too. And she said, yeah, I'm from a small, like, you probably wouldn't know it.
Oh, no.
Conyers, Georgia, baby, representing out here in Big LV.
You were blessed by the hands of Conyers today?
I was blessed by the hands of Conyers, and I have to say, best high-end hotel massage I've ever had, because they make sturdy chicks in Conyers. They can put the elbow into the quad and get that shit cracking. I want to just give a big shout out to my trash hometown, because I think that's important.
Okay.
When we have these small victories, and we look good and God shines his light on us, we must speak on them.
Okay, so Conyers, take a dub where you can get it. In this particular instance, Check's Notes got sturdy chicks in it. Okay.
Dude, that massage was
Give
the
a
best.
shout out to the state and the city, but not the person. Okay.
Yeah, the massage was on the level of Pickle Rick without the charges. Like it was that serious, but there's no, like, it was
without the allegations.
Without the allegations, and without having to go to.
Do you remember did she have like a finishing move? Like, you know what I mean? Like the razor's edge.
No, the thing is, and this is when you know somebody's going to give you a good massage, is when they get into the armpit. When they go armpit, lat shit, like regular massages don't do that. That's like a bridge too far for regular massage.
She could have armpit kink though.
That's fine. I don't care what she's got. It works for me.
You're a truffle pig. I got truffles.
But I'm saying,
get to work.
I think that's a good, easy judge of how serious the body work is going to be if they're willing to dig into spots.
If Shorty hit the pit,
no F1, then it's gonna loosen you up.
What about if guy hits the pit?
I don't care. Anybody can hit the pit. I'm taking anybody can hit. Anybody can hit. I'm wide open in the pit.
No loads refused in Chris Black's armpit.
Exactly. That's what I say when I'm asking.
Good to know.
Are there any problem areas? And I just say no loads refused in the pit. That's kind of what I say. That's what I say up front.
Say no more, Mr. Black.
That's what I see. They know what I mean. They don't get grossed out. They don't act scandalized. They know exactly what I'm talking about. They play ball. It's nice. It's really nice. It's really nice.
Okay. Maybe that 500. Is there some dumb luxury item?
Well, that's the thing.
Small leather good. Go to the Balenciaga store and get just like worst wallet.
You know, it was really interesting because we were here on Thanksgiving Day and we went to the shops here, the forum shops at Caesars.
Of course,
everything's open. All the designer stores are open, popping. It's so funny. Vuori, Alo, Nike, Sephora, all closed for Thanksgiving, and I just wonder. But there's such a clear distinction between those brands and like Bottega, Balenciaga, Prada, whatever. It's just such an interesting. I don't know. I was just surprised to see.
Well, I mean, I guess it's American brands versus Italian brands who don't celebrate American Thanksgiving.
True, but
could that be?
Yeah,
it?
I mean,
but it's American employees working at their retail locations.
Yeah.
But maybe Vegas is an international city, and there's a lot of people who don't mind working OT to get a little bit more of that Klonopin money this month, baby.
That's true. But I was surprised by that. But yeah, I want to go to Chrome Hearts, and maybe that's what we do. Maybe I hit Chrome
500
Hearts.
won't really go too far there, Buckaroo.
Well, I mean, I'm looking for
you a toothpick.
That's all. I mean, if that's all I can get, if the idea of going into the Chrome Hearts store in Las Vegas and being like, I got 500, I'm not spending $1 more, and just getting whatever I can get is really funny.
I agree. Yeah, you're going to get some fucking Chrome Hearts no-show socks, little 3-pack.
I actually think at Chrome Hearts, if you're at the actual store, I think a T-shirt is like $250. I think it's when I think on Grailed and fucking Justin Reed and that's when it gets crazy.
But is it like a Rolex store where you're like, let me buy that T-shirt? Like,
I don't think so. I've never bought anything at a Chrome Hearts store. I've only received Chrome Hearts as a gift. Thank God. My first boss gave me several Chrome Hearts T-shirts in the early 2000s.
Did you wear them with pride, or did you not know what you had?
I didn't know what I had, but I still wore it with pride because I knew it was expensive. If that's a sufficient answer,
that's my boy.
If that works,
that's my boy. Is the vibe in Las Vegas? Everyone is saying, or I guess they were saying, it's a ghost town. It's blah blah blah. Are we feeling like Vegas is back?
It's lit as fuck. What do people? It's busy everywhere all the time. And this is, I guess, last weekend was F1, and this is supposed to be like, when I've talked to like employees and shit, they're like, oh, it's kind of slow. And I'm like, really? Because walking through these hotels, it feels like fucking JFK on you know what I mean? It feels busy as fuck. Mm-hmm. But I guess their version of busy and my version of busy is very different.
Sure. So are you ready to leave?
Yeah.
Yeah, people say like 2 days in Vegas. I think day and a half.
I mean, yeah, for sure. I'm. The goal was accomplished and it was fun, and the room has a pool table in it, so I've been kind of honing my skills a little bit.
Did Alix get a little Pilates session?
She was in the gym with me this morning. She's been in the gym every day, actually. She's been lifting some weights. They do have Pilates available, but I feel like it's a whole thing, you know. I always forget when I come here that walking around is so difficult because it's like you can't just cross the street. You have to use all those like fucking pedestrian bridges everywhere.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
And I totally forgot about that because I remember that in Singapore and it really bothered me there. And it's a very similar. It's a much cleaner.
I think
version.
parts of Canada are like that too for the winter times. You have to use
Canada's got tunnels though.
Gotta use them
like
tunnels.
Underground. Yeah. Gotta use. Gotta dig out the
gotta
tunnel.
use them tunnels. Yeah, Thanksgiving for me. You had your Nobu Thanksgiving, and you said it was enjoyable. Did we talk? We potted right before Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah. We flew on Thanksgiving. On Thanksgiving Day, which also I thought the airport, because I've flown on Christmas Day many times.
Delta One or no?
They don't have. It's not Delta One's only New York, San Francisco, LA.
I was just wondering if they're going to have a
maybe
special
Seattle
Indigenous Day meal in Delta One. You know
what I was thinking about? I was thinking about how when they cook the meal on the plane, and I'm always like, I just got back from London. I was, I'm falling asleep, and that smell of the food obviously jars me awake and ruins my slumber.
Mm-hmm.
But why does it? I feel like I'm asking an expert here, or phone a friend. Why is it that all the food, no matter what they're cooking, it smells the same? Is that the
great question?
Am I smelling like the oven, like the machines?
Yeah, what I'm thinking. So I know exactly what you mean. It does kind of just smell like miscellaneous food being warmed up in a microwave kind of feeling.
Yes.
And I think I was just talking about this with Carolyn. When I was a little kid, my grandma was volunteered as a lunch lady at a school in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
And sometimes we would get the like school lunch, little take home joints back to the crib, and it was like it was in a little cardboard tray with the plastic wrap, and you use a fork to punch a few holes in the top, and you microwave it, and whatever we cook, it could be mashed potatoes, it could be chicken nuggets, it could be whatever, Salisbury steak, I don't know, maybe that's too old, but it all just kind of had the smell of like cooking plastic and metals and textiles and plastics.
I like
and
metals.
Like
I like no, it does. It does though. It has a metallic flavor to it.
Because things are wrapped in foil.
Yeah,
you're right. With those heat retention cardboard boxes, and it's kind of it feels a little like cheating God kind of in the way that food is cooked, and it produces an ungodly odor.
It feels like they put a bunch of forks in a styrofoam receptacle, put tinfoil over it, and zapped it for 5 minutes in like a convection oven. And I just don't. I don't know
how
sous vide forks. Yeah, I don't know how the.
Boy, you smell like sous vide forks.
Oh yeah, and then I took his pants off. Motherfucker smelled like forks. But
I think I'm having a stroke. I smell forks.
I think it's like I don't know. I find it because I think sometimes the food can be like, I'm going to Japan soon. And I think the menu on that flight obviously will be different than the menu on a flight from New York to Las Vegas. But I feel
you're going to get that little chicken curry.
I feel like the smell is going to be the same. I feel like no matter what you're doing, what cuisine you are preparing, you're going to get that smell. And this is something that I hope a professional can weigh in on. Maybe
what a racial tightrope this is. Like, which race airline is going to have the stinkiest airport microwave food?
But I don't think
I can see the Japanese being one of the only airlines or I would say routes that did not have a smell just because of their clean kaiseki way of living.
Yeah, it's possible. I'm
everything like, the cabin, it just smells of faint dashi broth. You know what I mean?
Well, I wish I was flying a Japanese airline, but I think they merely tailor the menu to the final destination. If they have,
instead it's going to be, dude, John and Vinny's hooked up a Japanese sweet potato. It's got like fucking it's like burrata like all over it and like pistachios. It's kind of like Italian vibes. But on like a dank Japanese J-sweet.
J sweet potato.
Yeah, we just got a bunch of J sweets in.
Is so funny.
They're really good right now. Like super buttery, like kind of like nutty.
No, it's It's the season, bro.
I'm joking.
It's
I'm
the
joking,
fucking
but
season.
honestly, that sounds pretty good right now. Just like
It does sound. No, it sounds
getting
delicious.
a nice J Suite. Yeah. Right after we pod, you're going to Carbone in Las Vegas, which we have dined at before, right?
Yes, we have. You and I. Yeah, that's the only time I've ever been there was with you.
We were the only table where it wasn't a guy and his escort, huh?
Yeah, and still somehow cost me $500. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how we did it, but yeah.
I didn't even suck it under the table.
I think that I remember that meal because I remember being stunned at the price and realizing that you had like one glass of wine or maybe one martini. I was like, oh, did he drink that much? And I was like, oh, no, he didn't drink that much. We just had to get a few of the hits, you know, and it starts adding up.
You're like, damn, that Fusilli tariff is high right now, brother.
The tariffs are hitting everywhere.
This ate 75 cents worth of dried pasta. Shit cost me a car note. So you're going to Carbone. You're going to have a beautiful piece of fish and some arugula that's been flown in.
Oh, of course.
I'm going to say steak frite for Alix.
Maybe.
Salad instead of fries?
Maybe. I mean, I don't like when they serve fries at Italian restaurants. I just want to put that on the record.
Ooh.
That feels...
Italians, they should have chips. Potato chips. Crisps. Aperitivo style.
I think if you're serving pasta and bread at that clip, that fries are just too much. Like that's just too much. If your restaurant is focused on pasta, fries feel like a real slap in the face.
Potatoes as a whole are feel like a redundancy in the world of pasta.
Honestly,
and bread.
yeah. I think is that fair to say? It feels not. Bad.
It's a greed of starches.
Exactly. It's too starch forward.
My debut novel.
Agreed of starch.
So after this, Carolyn and I are going to go to the Gulf Stream, her favorite Hillstone property, which is a nautical themed Houston's.
I think no, I went to the other one when we were there.
Bandera.
Yes.
Yeah, the Bandera, it doesn't really offer too much of a Latin flavor. You'd think it'd be
God.
more.
I mean, I was.
You think it'd be a little more Juarez than Houston?
How can they make a veggie burger Latin? Is the question, and I'll leave that to you. You can come back to me with some recipe and menu ideas when you get a chance.
Their black bean burger is with brown beans. That's the only real switch up. And then the chips and guac comes with the queso.
Too easy.
Yeah, so we're gonna go down there, have T-Many martinis and some Gulf shrimp sliders or whatever the fuck.
That's nice though. I like the 530.
We got stone crab biscuits.
I was talking to. He described a band as sounding like cuckoo clocks, and I don't know why that really stuck with me. He said cuckoo clock ass music.
Bands sound like cuckoo clock. Oh, do you remember what this band is?
Oh, I definitely do, but I'm not going to repeat that here.
Bleep it, huh?
No. It's not worth it. I'll tell you.
Wow.
But it was
she said off record.
But it was just a really funny. I'm like, I got to start describing shit like that. It's such a funny thing to say.
Yeah. Well, can you think of a band, not the band that you're thinking of right now?
No, that's the thing. I can't. I barely even know what it means exactly, but I also know exactly what it means.
Every hour on the hour, it goes cuckoo, cuckoo, and you hear ding, bells ringing. Okay, hold on. What bands sound like cuckoo clock? Okay, we got The Resident. Oh, what the fuck? Mr. Bungle.
Yeah, Mr. Bungle.
Mr. Bungle. Stereolab? That's
hell no.
Mouse on Mars. I'm with it.
Okay, Mouse on Mars I'll go with. We're not coming for Stereolab ChatGPT.
The Books, Panda Bear, Broadcast Avalanches.
Unfortunately, these are all bands I kind of like.
Yeah.
It's just it's a really funny thing to say.
There's good cuckoo and there's bad cuckoo.
That's true. It's just it made me really laugh that phrase. Like I was
an astute burn.
I laughed out loud. I lolled.
So yeah, when I got down here there's a coffee shop right next to our hotel, and there's like a Korean guy from Orange County, and we were talking about just Orange County guy stuff, and I was talking about how I got to do
those are 30 inches on my Raptor. Yeah, it's sitting on shoes, brother.
No, they're blades. I was saying like, oh yeah, we got to do 2 Thanksgivings, one white people, one Asian Thanksgiving, and he was like, oh yeah, me too. My chick's white. He's a Korean guy, and then it was a nice little flip flop switch around. But I was wearing my Quince quarter zip when I came down. I was like, I need a good like Orange County Thanksgiving uniform, and it was really hitting nicely. But I was noticing the trend that I saw on Twitter about like people switching the Nike Techs to the quarter zips.
Central C, to be clear, Central C, the most famous Nike Tech wearer, has switched.
Yes, and various
as well.
YNs across the nation are switching up.
Yes, it's a good fun trend.
It's a good fun trend, but then when I got down to Orange County, it's not a trend. It's like it's
lifestyle.
Yeah, it's ingrained. It's a civic duty to wear the quarter zip down here. I would feel naked without it. It was odd. So if you are considering a quarter zip, honestly, I mean, not doing an ad read, the Quince really is perf for me.
I can't wear. I have a Loro Piana one. And I just don't. I would just rather wear a regular sweater. I don't know. I've tried. I don't mind it. But I don't know.
You'd rather wear a DeLoro?
No.
I mean, you have a Loro and you don't want to wear it.
No, I'm saying I have a Loro Piana navy blue quarter zip, which should be right in my zone, and I've worn it a few times, but I would just prefer to wear a regular crew neck or a V-neck sweater.
Chris, be honest with me, could it fit a little better?
No, it fits great. It's just something about the zipper does make it a little tighter in the chest area for some of us.
Yeah, but you got the titties, you want to show them off.
I don't actually want to show them off at all. That's the problem.
Huh.
I don't. I want my clothes to be loose, like what they call it. The girls on TikTok and Instagram have a word for it when they.
It's called thinspo.
No. They have a word for it when they have hot bodies.
#ED?
No, it's like these workout chicks that have crazy bodies, but they wear baggy shit so men can't tell.
Oh.
There's a term for it. There's a term for it that they use. Like that's the hashtag they use, and then it'll show them like take it off, and you're like, oh shit, you know.
Is it like buff studs?
No, it's like hot regular chicks. It's like hot regular like chicks who lift vibe, and then they're wearing like a giant t-shirt,
right?
You know, and then they take it off and they have like fucking guns.
I'm looking it up.
There's a term for it.
Term for muscular women who wear baggy clothes to hide it. Undercover muscular or stealth muscular?
Stealth. I think it's stealth. I think they're just like, yeah, I'm going stealth, which is not obviously
sleeper
original.
Build. Shorty got a sleeper
build. Sleeper build. Yes, sleeper build.
Hashtag sleeper build or hashtag shadow sculpted, hidden build, covered powerhouse, or quiet muscle type.
Quiet muscle type. No, the first one.
Sleeper build sounds like my fucking like 86 Land Cruiser project.
No, sleeper build open for cave-in is what that sounds. that sounds a little more like that to me. But it both.
Sleeper build, coalesce, split 7-inch.
But sleeper build also, it sounds like a weird like Web3.
Okay, so this is the type of bodybuilding woman who has her Instagram handle airbrushed on her Jeep Wrangler.
She also might have a custom decal with her Instagram handle on.
Sure. Either it's a die cut.
And
or
if
she
drives a Jeep, you know she's got hella ducks up front. All the rubber duckies. The fucking dashboard. You can't see the dashboard.
She's ducked up. She's got a couple back covers for Women's Fitness Quarterly.
Back covers.
She'll let the stealth bill. Yeah, it's stealth, bro. I don't get the full cover. It's just like
I think it's good because I guess people really do holler at each other at the gym, but as a person who's at the gym every day, I don't think I've ever seen it happen.
I've never seen it happen.
Like I've never seen a guy just be like, this chick's bad on the Stairmaster and go up and start talking to her. I've never seen that.
I've never seen a holler, but I've seen a lot of hovers.
Well, yeah.
Same letters, rhymes. There's a lot of leering, hovering, simping.
Yeah, that's fine though. That's as long as you
No,
don't
it's
talk.
not fine. That's bad.
Talking's the worst thing you can do though.
Yeah, I guess so.
Interrupting someone is the worst. If interrupting someone is the worst thing that you could do at the gym, in my opinion.
My move, I knock their tripod camera over with my 45 plate, and then I act like she did it.
Oops. Wow.
Gets things off to a good start.
You're just in my way, I guess. I was listening to Joe Budden today, and they talked about Thanksgiving for an hour, maybe. Like about, let me get a plate. Plate this, plate that.
I love plate culture.
They love plate culture, but I'm just like, Thanksgiving is so awful. And I just didn't know. I don't know. I just didn't know people, like adults, participated like that. I guess people in our life just don't really. You know what I mean? Like our peers.
Well, I think it depends on how much food and cooking culture is in your family. Because to me,
that's a good point.
Thanksgiving food, it's sort of like the Olympics, or like it's like the Met Gala of cookout food, or like soul food, or you know what I mean?
True,
Like
true,
good
true,
old
true.
down home American cooking. Like this is the big show for your mashed potatoes and gravy and cornbread and stuffing and blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
That's
All real shit.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I do. I mean, I have the one thing but also I saw a story, it might have been the New York Times, where they were talking about like how to deal with your different family's political views at Thanksgiving. And I was like, what year is it? Like, are we still doing that shit? Where it's like, oh, my fucking uncle, like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, they had like 35 writers, like media people weighing in on how they deal with, I'm like, you guys got it.
Like tips and tricks on how to navigate.
You got to be
your
making
uncle.
this up. You got to be making this up. Like that does. I come from that kind of place, and that doesn't has never happened to me in my entire life.
No, it's never. I don't know, but it really does feel like you said. Is this still happening? It reminds me of like antiquated like 70s sitcom story tropes. Like, oh, the boss is coming over for dinner and my souffle deflated, or you know, like it's a disaster.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, my uncle is coming to the dinner table and he doesn't like gay people, and I'm bringing my boyfriend for the first time. Like, I don't think that stuff really happens anymore realistically in 2025.
I just think there's no surprises because your uncle follows you on Instagram and knows that you have a fucking septum piercing and wear a skirt. You know, it's not crazy. It's like, it's just, there's nowhere to, how could you surprise any family member, I guess? But I think, I don't know.
You could just sit on your phone for 45 minutes and then go to your room. And, you know, it's not like the old days where you really had to sit there and take it.
That's another, you have an escape is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do too, bro. You kidding me? When
and
I get
the racist uncle that you're worried about is going to be on Facebook on his phone at the dinner table anyways. It's not a big deal, guys.
Dude, there's nothing better than looking over at the racist uncle and seeing his font on 150, looking at like, I saw a guy on the plane. This kills me I've seen this like kind of a lot actually, where he's got the iPad and it's zoomed in huge and he's reading the New York Post digital edition front to back.
Front to back.
And I'm just like, dude, I know that you think this is making you dumber. You know what I think? I think reading New York Post, reading anything but page 6 and the front page is making you dumber, especially at that font size.
Right. Like reading the real stories being written in that will only do harm.
Yeah, there's no upside to that. Like there's zero upside. You'd be better off reading like just headlines from any other newspaper.
Hey, some people want to be radicalized, man.
I get it.
Fuck it.
I get it.
Yeah.
I saw that friend of the show, Kai Gerber, has switched up her relationship status.
Mm.
I don't know if you heard about this. She broke up with Lewis Pullman, and now she's dating a guy named Homer, who is Richard Gere's son.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's on Carolyn's radar.
Wasn't Cindy Crawford? Didn't Cindy Crawford date Richard Gere or maybe marry Richard Gere?
Damn, is that your cousin type shit?
It's pretty sick. She's between her and
Kai Gerber's the bratty stepsis.
Between fucking Kai Gerber and Zoe Kravitz, like women are eating. No Thanksgiving. Like they are these chicks are doing whatever they want and they're making us look like clowns, and I like it.
We're not clowns. We're boy toys.
That's fine. That's fine. I mean, if like Harry Styles walking around.
Yeah, let a golden retriever play fetch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I just saw that and I was like, wait a second. That's like really extreme. But if love is calling.
Look, when you're at the top, why not? You know what I mean?
It's true. No, it's true. They find each other.
You go to the Delta One lounge, you're going to get the caviar.
How many people tagged you in that lounge New Yorker article?
So, yeah, the New Yorker had an article about just lounges. A lot of people sent it to me saying like, yo, you got to talk about this on the podcast, but I don't really think there was much to talk about that we haven't already talked about.
It was pretty. I didn't know the history of like.
It was well written. Whoever wrote it, I was like, I like this person's style of writing. You know, it was fun to read.
I didn't know the history of the lounge. Like I didn't know that it started like as an invite only. I just didn't realize the history.
Way it should be,
I guess, and now it's just a scam for credit card companies. But I did like how he ate like he just did everything at all of them. which is, I know that's your job, but it's also disgusting.
The thing that struck me that upset me the most was talking about a guy. I forgot, it was somewhere in Asia maybe, or
The guy that
sure,
went
but
to him for like a month straight.
he like scammed the system on a loophole. He missed a flight and went from lounge to lounge to lounge in the same airport for 18 days, just like living at the airport. And then, which is like one of those like catch me if you can, like, oh, you got me this time, like you got a free fucking charcuterie plate and a iced tea, but they fucking threw the guy in jail and charged him with fraud.
I know,
just for like hopping around at the lounge. Like, that seems so excessive.
Eating a free turkey sandwich shouldn't land you in jail.
No, but also if it was in like Singapore or something like that, where the laws can be a little more harsh.
Yeah, that's true. It definitely was in a country where the laws are hard. That would never happen in America. That they would think it was funny, and then
no, in America they're like, dude, will you pose for a selfie with me?
He'll go on Good Morning America with Al Roker and have a good old time.
How'd you do it? Wow.
I did find that story pretty. I mean, I think that the whole, like the way that it's just a battle for credit cards and that whole, and that airline, blah, blah, blah. I think it is pretty interesting because they're going to keep, like, because it's so mass and they're so popular, it can never actually be that nice. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's the struggle, is like, how do you keep elevating it when it can never be that nice, because there's just so much foot traffic alone. It can't feel that good. I mean, even the Delta One is fucking popping. Those lounges are packed.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to find a seat.
And they're packed full of people who do not look like they can afford a $8,000 flight.
Well, that's because the people that can afford an $8,000 flight don't want to look like they can afford an $8,000 flight, which I respect.
Yeah, I guess.
But I also think
you can usually sniff it on them, though.
It's business travel, though. It's people not paying for it themselves.
That's true.
I mean, I think it says that in the story too. That like those tickets, like,
yeah, but it look like they're traveling because they're a fucking librarian or something.
No, I mean you see guys
not like they own fucking Jimmy John's.
I love it when I see a guy with like a hard hat. Like the guy that brings his own hard hat because he's like that high up at the construction company. I find that to be aspirational in some ways.
Sitting in D1.
It's so cool. But yeah,
perks of the job.
I just didn't realize some of the initial stuff. But I wonder how much further it can be taken at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, because the Delta classes, instead of adding Delta 2 or whatever, Delta Clear or whatever is above Delta 1, they just start breaking the other categories up into subcategories, classic and extra. So now, instead, they're like, it's the same foot-long sandwich, it's just in 12 bites instead of cut in half. You know what I mean? So they're making it look like it's more. But like, what do you do? Is it just like you bought a Delta One ticket and our concierge, like our headhunter or PR person or social media correspondent, whatever, or do we use AI to decide who gets to have access to the Delta 2 lounge?
I think they're going to keep. I think it's
because it can't just be money. I think.
Well, I think it's going to start being. They're just going to start giving more and more shit you don't want. Like I don't care if John and Vinny's made the meatballs. Like, it's going to be more of that. Like,
it's nice.
It isn't, though. It isn't, because because when you're in that environment, it's never going to feel like it should feel. It might taste pretty good.
No, it never feels the way it should feel. But even if it is like just a full placebo effect, psychosomatic, this is the same exact food, but it just straps on the John and Vinny's name on the menu, it still makes it 10% more enjoyable.
Do you think that because of like contracts with providers, that the actual ingredients and I think all the ingredients and all the food at the airport are coming from the same place, correct?
I don't know. I normally would think that with like crazy unions and restrictions, and that's what has to happen. But I know that like on some of the Delta flights, it's like, this is cookbook granola. So I think some things.
I mean more like,
or maybe is it possible that they're using ingredients from the airport?
That's
and then making the granola. Oh, I shudder to think.
Because there's no. I mean, it's like if you own.
Because if I worked at Cookbook, I could put some fucking C4 and fentanyl and bullets and shit inside the granola and sneak it in through the homie and serve it.
No,
to
they're
the
not.
freaking
That's all fake.
Al Qaeda
There's
in
no-
front row
there's
and
no
like,
way.
here's your bullet, sir, and then he puts it in his 3D printed gun and
There's no way because
Boom.
also if you own if like when airports have like small businesses in the airport, you know, like a bookstore, a coffee shop, or whatever, to make it feel like local. Those are operated by the airport. Like you don't get to hire.
no.
Like so, it's got to. There's no.
The Moose Lounge bookstore in Minnesota airport is not real.
But I'm saying it's real. But if you can't hire your own people, then they're definitely not letting you bring in your own potatoes to make the French fries taste better. There's no fucking way.
Do you think the Barry's instructors are just like random people that also work at Shake Shack?
Maybe. Maybe anything's possible.
There's not a Barry's at the airport, but could you imagine?
No, but the juice press, like the juice press at LaGuardia, is bad because the employees are bad and they don't care how. You know what I mean? They don't know how to
they're
make
like,
a
it's
smoothie.
the same recipe as juice press. We just use fucked up carrots, bro.
They use bad stuff, but it's not made with love. You can feel that. You know what I mean?
Ooh, it doesn't have that JP soul.
It doesn't. Yeah,
It's like JP Smooth's cousin.
It doesn't have the soul, but it really is. It makes it. I think it makes
Damn,
it,
you're talking like me.
No,
it doesn't have the soul in it.
No, I just think a smoothie. I think that smoothies have to be. I told the guy at my local Equinox, I was like, bro, I got to tell you something. You're the goat of this shit at this location. Your shit is thick.
You're the goat of this shit, meaning making my smoothie.
Yes, I was like, I want you to know that you're by far the best. Because did I tell you that the Equinox in Tribeca they were out of bananas for 3 days in a row?
Jesus fucking Christ!
And I was like, what do you mean you're out of bananas? They're like, we're out of bananas. I'm like, well, what? They're like, so we can't make any. I'm like, well,
one
then
of the most ubiquitous.
I was like,
food
why are you
items
open
on the
then?
planet?
And they're like, our boss is making us. And I was like, well, why don't you just go to the bodega and get some bananas? And they're like, we can't do that. And I was like, all right. Well, and I came back the next. I was like, they could tell They were so annoyed that I just was like, this is too unbelievable. This feels fake.
Yeah, I mean, back when we were teens working in the smoothie shop, and you run out of bananas, your 19-year-old manager says, go to fucking Ralph's and get a case of bananas, bro.
I mean, you see it in New York all the time. You see like guys from restaurants buying fucking 60, 60 cans of beans or whatever at Whole Foods because they need them, and the delivery.
Yeah, we ran out of butter.
Yeah,
but nowadays, everyone's just like, I have if there's not a button for what you just asked me on my iPad, I have to shut down physically and mentally. You know what I mean? Like, there's no protocol for that.
I saw somebody talking about how their coffee shop didn't do like Starbucks style like mobile ordering, and like the person that owned it was like, yeah, I'm not gonna. They're like, if I start allowing that, then you'll never have telling this person you'll never have another conversation with a human being. If I don't if I succumb to the pressure, then I'm gonna stunt your growth and many people like you.
He's doing it for him. He just wants to talk.
You got to stand up. You got to stand up.
We were hiking this morning, top of the world, beautiful hike up there. But it's like a big mountain biking spot, and there's a lot of kind of like rich Orange County dad cosplaying as like mountain biker types of guys. And I was thinking, like, once you buy a shirt for mountain biking, like once your t-shirt isn't good enough for mountain biking, that's when you've sort of crossed over into the nether region. You know what I mean? Like you can't ride a mountain bike in the park with your son without wearing like a dry fit jersey.
But is the spandex? This is how I feel about the running vest. And if I talk to any of my real runners, they're like, bro, if you're running in the city, you don't need a vest with gels and 6 water bottles to do 8 miles. Like,
right.
You don't need that. Like, you think it looks cool, which is fine, but you don't need it. The same way, if you're a rich guy in Orange County mountain biking on the weekends with your friends, you probably don't need the most technical gear that is available to you.
Right. But you're doing it so you can have something to post with your meta glasses kind of vibe, It's not because you're like, I'm really trying to get my like jumps good. I'm not trying to like barrel this new fucking gnarly drop off.
Trying to get my jumps good.
It's like I got this new 360 drone and it's going to follow me and then I could upload it. It feels like that. But we were sitting, we had a little continental breakfast like at the hotel kind of vibe, and there was the room next to us were a family from Ohio, and they were like, I don't know, I guess obviously on vacation visiting, but they woke up at like 6 a.m. to get coffee and were like super loud by our door and woke us up, and we were kind of pissed off. And then we're sitting down at the little breakfast area, and then they sit next to us again. All this loud talk, like Midwestern people really be talking. But one of them, there's 2 dogs. They both had these golden retrievers, and they're like super well trained and have dumb names and shit. And the mom asks the dog super loud, "Did mommy give you eggies?" After her daughter fed a soft-boiled egg to this dog.
Oh.
And Carolyn and I just couldn't control my laughter. And I've just been repeating, "Did mommy give you eggies?" in my mind all day.
That should be punishable by law. Like, that's fucking crazy. There's dogs in casinos. I didn't know you could bring a dog to a casino. People walk around with a fucking dog in a casino is so crazy to me.
I know. We need to get away from our dogs. We need to get away from our bad stuff as well as our good stuff. I think we need to get away from our good stuff more than the bad stuff.
No offense to our Ohio listeners, but I think if you're from Ohio, having a dog is all you got, you know? There's not, you know.
No offense taken there. I get it.
Shout out to Cleveland, you know, shout out to Cincinnati. Of course, they've given us so much great stuff. But
I flew to Columbus on Southwest.
Columbus, how could I forget? The great state of Ohio. The great state of Ohio. But I just don't think there's much action there. So if you don't have a golden retriever, what's the purpose of living, really?
Football, college football, and dog ownership, I guess.
College football is the Ohio State University, which we taught you about the other day.
I learned about the Ohio college football shit is really no joke. It's like an infection.
I know it gets into the skin. Who are we talking about that with? Who was saying that? And I got it.
We were talking about it on the pod, the last pod, or one before that. I don't remember.
It was definitely not the podcast with Matty Diaz or Haley Benton Gates.
But we did say the Ohio State. I feel like it was very recent.
It was recently.
I don't think we would discuss college football with either of those women.
No, I don't think so either. But who knows?
I like getting away from, you know, just whatever, getting away from the screens on vacay.
Dude, LA's fucking crazy, bro. I have to come down to Orange County, brick up, and just kind of like
brick up,
you know.
But Orange County is like bricking your life, though. You know what I mean? Like you have to.
Yeah, you brick your life. You don't have to be around anybody that's not white. It's so sick. that's exactly what Orange County.
No. Laguna Beach has a very strong Indian population.
I know that from I do know that, but
did you?
Yeah, because when we stayed at the Ritz there, they had all these weddings, and there was a great Indian restaurant in the hotel. And I was like, "What's up? Why? This is such an interesting choice." And they're like, "Oh no, it's like this is huge in the Indian community. This is like a hot spot." It's like, "Oh, I had no idea."
Yeah,
the restaurant was banging.
I guess because like I was thinking about it earlier, because I would come here when we were teens and go to the Krishna temple,
of course,
you know, which is, you know, Indian adjacent or whatever. And I was like, so why do Indian people love Laguna Beach? And I feel like Indian people are very meditative, you know, serene, spiritual person, and it's definitely the most meditative city in Orange County. You know, we're reflecting by the sea, and we're eating fresh produce and vegetables and lentils and praying to God and meditating.
Nothing I want more than to pray to God and have a hot bowl of lentils. That sounds great. I have to go when I get back. I have to go to. Well, I don't have to. I'm lucky enough to go to Chicago on Tuesday.
Oh, lucky!
And
it's gonna be so warm
because snowcaps are touring, and I haven't seen. I'm gonna miss New York and LA, so I have to go to one of the shows. And but I didn't realize it was snowing in Chicago. Somebody's like, "Oh, it's gonna be cold." I was like, "Yeah, whatever." I didn't realize it had snowed anywhere yet. I feel like it's been so warm.
You haven't been watching football games, bro? It's snowing out there.
It's been so warm in New York. It hasn't even been like serious jacket weather yet. So I've been kind of out of the zone.
I get it, bro.
I don't want to have to wear a jacket, bro.
It's happening now. Do you have a snowshoe for this season?
No.
What's it going to be?
I wear the same. If it's really snowing, I wear those Solomon cross country because they zip up the front and they're fully waterproof. Those are my number ones. I got the Nike Stussy boots, which I really like, but they're suede on them, so that's tough.
Do you have a more formal?
No.
Winter moment?
No. I don't. What is a formal winter boot for snow? I mean, I guess like a Danner, like a hiking boot, like a.
If you have to go to a wedding at the grill in the snow, what you gonna do?
Oh, I'm gonna wear Belgian loafers and then figure it out. I'm not wearing a snow. I mean,
That is sexy. Go off.
Morehouse makes a really cool alpine boot that zips up the front. I've looked at a few. I mean, the classic Red Wing is probably the best if you want to just like rock with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess I always wondered, like, what does Mr. Big on Sex and the City wear when it snows, or does it just not snow on SATC?
Well, no. When you have a driver, you can still wear your fucking John Lobb lace ups to the office.
The sidewalks are heated in front of Epstein's house.
But maybe I don't. You know, this is a tough question. Because I don't wear. Yeah, I don't know. I really like the Solomon ones because they work so well.
Yeah.
But you're right. They're not appropriate for every situation.
What do you think about I've been reading Thanksgiving stuff about how this was the year where we're moving away from drunk Thanksgiving, like I'm going to get wasted to tolerate my relatives, and now it's moved on to marijuana to tolerate my relatives. Is this better or worse? Is it neutral?
I mean, that's what society has been doing for the last 5 years in every
the cousin
facet.
walk has finally reached mainstream.
If I have to hear about the fucking cousin walk one more time.
What's worse, plug walk or cousin walk?
Cousin walk. Nothing is funny about it. Nothing is clever about it. It's also not a real thing. Like I don't think that, like, I don't know, my cousins didn't ever smoke with me. So I was smoking alone.
Yeah, because I feel like alcohol is something that brings people together, and I think marijuana is maybe a little more, I'm going inwards kind of vibe. I'm becoming perhaps less social.
I think for some people,
after my cuz walk.
Yeah, I mean, the thought of.
But then if my cousin and I put a little fucking Tito's in the Martinellis and we get a little twisted, then maybe we become a little more friendly.
Let me suggest something that would probably be better for everybody. How about a Coke walk? Do a couple bumps with your cousin. You come back. You're chatting to grandma. You're chatting to your. Everybody's getting along.
We go over to the little the park that has one half court and some of the old people workout thingies. And then you go over there and just a couple little tutors.
Just do a line in the.
Whose iPhone are we gonna do?
But honestly, I think this is a good idea. If you're gonna do any drug at Thanksgiving, first of all, Coke is gonna make you eat less, which is great.
Overeating is unavoidable on Thanksgiving until the Coke walk.
Do a Coke walk. Do a couple bumps. I mean, I don't think a lot of people have cousins that cool. I like my cousins quite a lot, but I don't think they would do a bump with me, even in my headiest days. I've done Coke at Thanksgiving, though, for sure.
Really?
Fuck yeah.
Do a bump with me. Come on now.
I've done a couple. Yeah, I mean, I just, at certain points, it's like, this is just another night, I'm going to go out afterward, especially on Blackout Wednesday, because you're going out. You're going out after. Like, at Thanksgiving Day, I think bars would open in Atlanta. I think a bar would open at like 5.
So I'm like so hurting from Blackout Wednesdays, and then I need a bump just to make it to Thanksgiving for my 3 p.m. dinner, right?
I remember having some like Roxy's, like the little blue, and just one Thanksgiving, just getting. My parents. I was scratching my legs so much they must have thought I had a disease.
Oh, he loves the stuffing. Get him some more of that.
I was
itching
stuffed
for
it. I was fucking stuffed. I was fucking both nostrils. I was having the time of my fucking life. But yeah, I've done Coke at a Christmas thing too. Yeah, I just these are just parties. Let's like really break it down.
Yeah,
if your family.
There's a difference between a party and a party where all of your family is hanging out at.
Who gives a fuck? Family.
I will say one paranoid cokeheads give a fuck.
Let me tell you something right now. At least in my family, I bet there's one other person at Thanksgiving dinner that's done cocaine in their entire life.
So you show up yeeted off of.
No, I'm not showing up yeeted. I'm gonna eat a little bit first. Excuse myself.
Okay.
Do a couple.
I mean, you always have to eat before you show up to a public dinner. It's unbecoming to eat.
Yeah, you can't eat on camera,
especially as a woman. But it's still tough for you.
Yeah, I'm closer to a woman. Yeah, I
get a good base and then eat. So your family is like, oh, Chris must have had an extra shot in his latte today or something. He's a little hyper and his teeth are a little chattery.
Like, unless your family is really about it, I don't think they're going to catch on to you doing a couple bumps. Is what I'm saying. Whereas if you're stoned, everybody knows because it smells. Your eyes are low. You're giggling. You're eating. It's a dead giveaway. Coke is the best holiday drug, I would say.
Yeah, you're coked out. But then I guess both the Coke and the weed at Thanksgiving, both of you guys are going to forget to drink water and then drink all of your water in one sip, and they're going to be like, something's going on with them.
No, you could just be thirsty. That's fine. The stuffing was a little salty this year.
How many times have you had a cocaine water sip where the whole bottle in one straight down?
That's next day usually. That's
Yeah, okay.
that's like after a night, after busting out a ball with the homies. Sometimes you can wake up and that Poland Springs it disappears.
Busting down a ball. He was on a sick one, the mad ball.
Yeah, you got to take down the Poland Springs. It's nothing better because the Poland Springs, the plastic doesn't have the thickness of a Fiji, so you can it kind of crumples as you're
like a Marvis tube.
It's a satisfying when you're really sucking it down. It's a satisfying feeling
because when you have cocaine running through your thick veins, you want to squeeze and you don't want to let go, do you?
You're telling me, bro. Oh, baby.
Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness. Wow, Thanksgiving rocks. Maybe I'm back. Maybe I like Thanksgiving now.
Okay. Thanksgiving, once you don't make it about food, the doors open up.
I completely agree with you.
Okay, beautiful. Well, it's time for us to go eat our meals now, Chris.
Let's go eat our meals. How long gone? We're back next week. We got some fun ones next week, actually.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, we do.
I forgot. Who is it? We got OPN?
Yeah, and Roddy.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be just the lads. December with the lads.
How long gone? Thank you for listening. We're back with more podcasts next week. Happy Thanksgiving to all you fucking turkeys out there, and run your game.
We're getting ready for holiday party season, bro. The calendar's filling up. I can already feel myself gaining weight. It sucks.
It's sick because I don't have any. I'm literally going to Japan the week of the holiday parties. I'm kind of I just didn't plan it that way, but I'm realizing that now.
Wow.
Which is fine.
So this is like going to Charlie's wedding during Fashion Week. It's like, ugh, what am I going to do?
I'll be fine.
Okay, Chris. Well, thank you. Thank you guys for listening. I hope everyone had a dope holiday. Let's get back to it. Monday, we're going to grind. We're going to fucking kick ass. Okay, love you guys. Bye.